I'll move on. Regina gives her mother a rose and then leaves. Cora then wakes up having heard everything. Hook asks why she didn't kill her, and Cora says there is a change of plans and they need to protect themselves.
Change of heart.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Once the curse is acted, Cora and Hook are on the island that Cora had made, which I thought was probably happened. I'm not surprised.
Cool. Yeah, that was too cool.
Yeah. Though me thinking that place was a Neverland was a big no-no. Cora knows a lot about the curse, which is very suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
She knows.
Can we say something?
Yep.
Add on to that.
Sure.
Do you think Rumpel has, with Regina making her monster? This isn't the first time he's.
No, I totally think that he did it to Cora first, but it didn't happen the way he planned.
Like, nah, I want to enact the curse. I just want to make everyone miserable. He's like, why?
Which would make sense.
Well, I can see it as Rumpel doing everything, and then for who you have to kill to make the curse was probably Cora had to kill her daughter. Or the baby. To enact the curse. That's what I thought.
Oh my god.
Ooh. To enact the curse.
He's not that. No, he would never hurt a child. He would never have something that would result in a child being killed. That is not Rumpel.
Well, what was his idea of wanting Regina then? He had to have a reason to want Regina, and if he wanted to do this to Cora first, there had to be a reason.
Foresight. He knows what a person will become. He knew Regina would become a powerful, bitter person if molded in the right way.
Right. Which would cause her to enact the curse.
Cora knows so much, unless Rumpel told her everything that he was planning on doing.
I don't know, but to kill a child, he said that nothing is innocent. However, he has never hurt a child. It's only adults.
This is true.
Yeah.
Agree. Because I can't see him doing that either.
Because you can see it when he talks about it to Henry, that he, loves children. He could never hurt, any children whatsoever when it came to Bay and the village. None of them.
Yeah.
Unless it works out where he says you have to kill the thing you love most, thinking that either it's Henry or her king husband, if they go that route for sex. No, I love my daughter the most. He's like, whoa. Oh, whoa. Psycho bitch.
We'll just make your daughter crazy instead.
Just thinking of his reaction when Cinderella said, yeah, I'll give you both my babies. He looked away like, what? What is wrong with you people? This is why I get such good work. Because you all are...
Anyway. Focus. Anyway.
Okay, what was I? Okay, she knows it will be broken and that there will be a savior, and it will take 28 years. Where did she get all this info? She wants to go and help Regina once she gets to Storybrooke. Funny that she wants to rip Regina's heart out, going from wanting to rip Regina's heart out to wanting to help and pick up the pieces of Regina when she's at her lowest.
Can I say something?
Yep.
I think it's because it's a new world, and it's a chance for her to rule that world.
Oh yeah.
And that's why she says that.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Sure.
I know it was the blue fairy who told Cora all the stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
I want her to be evil.
Stupid evil so bad. But it could have been Cora or it could have been the blue fairy that told her. I mean, I would love to see the blue fairy evil. Don't get me wrong. But I could see her saying this to prepare Cora for what might come. That didn't make any sense.
Nope.
Sorry, that didn't make any sense.
Like-
Stretch that. Reverse it. Let's go.
Or maybe she paid
Reverse it,
Rumple,
stretch it.
maybe she paid Rumple a visit, but I don't see him spilling beans because he didn't want her in
No.
the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, who got
So I don't know. Or maybe she's just mad I knew that. Although I'm sure that if the writers are good writers, they will explain how she knew that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when August said, Rumple said, "How did you know about the dagger? How did you know about me?" He's like, "A fairy, a little bird told us something that has flight." I don't think he said a fairy told me. He said a little bird told me. So I have a feeling that the blue fairy is spilling the beans.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's kind of really cool.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. If there's room to continue, let's continue. Otherwise, let's kind of just...
Let's do it.
Yeah, keep going.
We're almost there.
Yep.
Alright, let's go.
Now I'm thinking why Cora knows so much is that Rumple tried to do the same thing to Cora that he did to Regina, but it didn't go the way he wanted. But he told her everything about it, and that's why she knows so much. Okay. Alright, we start we are back in Storybrooke. Regina and go to the well, and I was not surprised that it was going to be the way back home for Emma and Snow. It's funny that Regina is the one with faith that Emma and Snow will come back, and Gold is so firm with thinking they won't. Anybody to say about that, or just move on?
Yeah, I found that interesting, honestly, that Regina was so sure. I did find that interesting. But, because she's usually the, what I like to call the negative Nelly.
Yeah.
And he's usually, oh, it'll work out, you know. Or at least if he's sure it will work out because that's what he has planned, if that makes sense. But anyway. Anyone else? Nah. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Back in present day fairy tale land, Snow realizes that their way out of the cell is the parchment that has Emma's names on it.
Sorry, I had to.
She says that when he was younger. She says that when she was younger, she used to watch Cora use magic. I thought that was weird. Cora left Wonderland pretty quick, right on Regina's wedding day. Snow went snooping pretty fast, and she never mentioned to anyone about knowing Cora was a witch. I would have thought it made more sense if she was watching Regina, but then again, Regina didn't use a book. Snow used the ink from the parchment to get out of the cell. Took them long enough to figure that out.
Hey, at least it didn't take a whole episode for them to figure that out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. At least it didn't take a whole episode.
When Snow was saying, told you, good always wins, I want to add saying, yeah, with some help from a bad guy.
Or a guy who doesn't know what size he's going to be on.
Yeah.
Let's just have, a guy that is, I like to call him neutral.
I think he's a little bit over neutral, but chaotic neutral, or
yeah, chaotic neutral. There you go. But yeah.
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 What the hell, Snow? Did that fact that you got the way out from Rumple slip your mind? Aurora stays behind, not wanting to cause any trouble since Cora still has her heart. Mulan tells her she will get it back for her, and Aurora is all, aw, thanks.
Yeah, I had to find that funny because, again, it proves my point. That, if they don't get Philip back soon, there's something else that's going to happen, and most fans are going to go, sleeping warrior.
Eh,
So yeah.
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 Yeah, okay.
They so better get filled.
It's just, I don't, I guess it frustrates me that people look at two women on the screen and just because they are having a close friendship, that automatically means they're lesbians.
Well, you know, it's not my view, but I could see people thinking it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of people that think it. I'm not one that
No,
does,
no.
but there are
I'm
a lot
not
of people.
sleeping warrior or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not either.
Mm-mm.
I think, I mean, I don't really care for Mulan because she hasn't really proven herself to
No.
me yet.
No.
But the fact that she's willing to do this for a total stranger,
Yeah.
for a woman who I think a guy that she was starting to fall in love with love,
Yeah.
that shows more to her character.
Yeah.
That shows that honor side that I was looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I do know that she hasn't truly proven herself yet. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the Disney one I liked, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
She was sure of herself.
Yes,
She
yes.
dropped into a chaotic situation.
Yes. But I don't know. I've yet to see something. I've yet to see something that proves it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering. So Snow has seen Korra do the magic. That's how she knew how to blow the dust.
Yeah.
Dust degree.
Apparently, I don't know.
I thought that it took a magical person
I don't know.
I guess not.
I guess
Well, then
not.
it's just
Well, I don't think
that anyone can do magic.
Yeah, I think anyone can because Korra and Regina didn't know magic in the beginning. It's just after they got the book or got taught it.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody can learn it. They just
Yeah.
have to have the means.
Yeah. I don't know.
That just blows. Wanted to work with another blow in there. Okay.
I'm just glad that it doesn't take anyone to actually take heart. You know. That it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, repeat that?
I think it's just it's my relief that not anyone can truly take a heart.
Oh.
No, that not all bad guys are magical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hook and stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean, it would seem right that a lot of bad guys are magical, though.
Yeah.
Like, most of them, because most bad guys are pursuing power.
Yeah.
They don't want to defeat. They want to have the upper hand. What's the way to do that? Get magic so no one can defeat you, you know?
Right.
But yeah, there are magic users who don't have the conviction to take a heart to force someone else to do evil deeds.
Right.
You know, wouldn't have gone that route unless Rumple had pushed her.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have read the thought of killing a horsey.
Seriously, especially a unicorn.
Oh.
That's what it was, wasn't it? A unicorn?
Yes.
Anyway.
Our defenseless, innocent unicorn.
Yep.
And it's not dead.
Anyway, we digress again,
Yes.
friends.
Yes. Okay. Meanwhile, Korra and Hook put the ash into the water and it becomes a magic whirlpool.
There is no... Sorry. No way to go.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Wrong fandom.
Aw, man. Although I wouldn't be surprised if they brought someone in from the book. Anyway, continue.
Okay.
Another...
Korra
That's another
really,
day.
Korra really wants to see her daughter. Funny that she wants to come and help her, and Regina is trying to keep her away so desperately. Okay, anything else to say about that, or should I just move on?
You can continue in my side. You can continue on.
Okay.